If I were broke right now in 2026, here's exactly how I'd start stacking silver. Not with some get rich quick fantasy, not with borrowed money or maxed out credit cards, and definitely not by YOLOing into whatever YouTube says is going to the moon. I'd use a boring, repeatable, step by step plan that a young American stacker can follow in the real world with rent, car repairs, student loans, and all the rest. This video is that plan. I'm going to walk you through three things. First, the money base you need before you buy a single ounce of silver. Second, the exact type of silver and a little gold I'd buy first, and roughly how much. And third, how I'd turn that into a 5 to 10 year stacking system that quietly grows in the background while you live your life. I am Turbo, and this is Turbo Stacking, where we stack with purpose. Let's roll. Now, before we talk about your first ounce, let's zoom out for 30 seconds. Right now, gold is sitting at $5,280 an ounce, silver is about $94 an ounce, and platinum is roughly $2,371 an ounce. The gold to silver ratio is sitting at roughly 56 to 1. Historically, that ratio has averaged closer to 40 or 50 to 1. Why does any of that matter if you're broke? Well, because if you're starting with nothing, the goal is not to guess where the price will be next month. Your goal is to build a habit and a system that can survive all the noise. Then later, you can use these ratios to make smarter decisions. But first, we need to fix the foundation. Let's start with a realistic paycheck example. Say you're taking home about $3,000 a month after taxes. For a lot of young Americans, that's normal. Out of that $3,000, you've got what I call true essentials: rent, mortgage, basic groceries, utilities, transportation so you can get to work, minimum payments on any existing debt, and the bare minimum insurance you need: health, car, maybe renters. For many people, that true essentials number ends up somewhere around $2,200 to $2,500 a month. Let's be conservative and call it $2,250. So $3,000 in, $2,250 out for essentials. That leaves you around $750. Step one is high interest debt. If you got any debt above 12% interest, that's most credit cards, personal loans, payday loans, that is your emergency. And here's why. Imagine you're paying 18% interest on a card. Every extra dollar you throw at the balance is locking in an 18% return, risk-free. There is no silver coin on earth that can promise you a guaranteed 18% every year. So if I'm broke in 2026 and I've got high interest debt, I'm not buying silver yet, at least not in any meaningful amount. I'm taking some percentage of that, 750, and I'm attacking the worst debt first. That might be $300 a month. It might be $500, depending on how bad it is. But that's my first fight. Now, you don't have to wait until every single loan is gone. Once you got the worst of that high interest stuff under control, and for some people, it might take 6 months. For some, it might be a couple of years. Then we add one more step before metals: an emergency fund. The number one killer of young stacks is not the silver price, it's life happening. You lose your job, the car dies. So, what happens if you have some silver but no cash buffer? You're forced to sell at the worst possible moment. So, before I start seriously stacking, I want at least 1 month of essentials in plain old US dollars. In our example, that's about $2,250 sitting in a boring savings account. Not invested, not in metals, just there. Now the question becomes, what do you buy? If I were broke in 2026, starting from zero, here's exactly how I would structure my first year. I'd start with silver for two very simple reasons. Number one, it's accessible. You can participate with a small monthly budget. And number two, it forces you to build the habit of consistent stacking instead of waiting around forever to save up for gold. Let's use some ballpark numbers. Spot Silver right now is around $94 an ounce. If you're buying generic 1 ounce rounds or bars from reputable dealers, you're probably going to see premiums around $2 to $3 over spot, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, depending on the market. So, all in, you're targeting somewhere in the high 90s per ounce, maybe 96, 97. If you've got a $100 monthly stacking budget, that means 1 ounce of silver each month, plus maybe a little left over that you either roll into next month or keep building toward gold. The key is this: at the beginning, your goal is not to optimize every last cent of premium. Your goal is to get in the habit of turning fiat into real metal on a schedule you can stick to. So, what exactly would I buy with those first few months? Here are my ground rules. Rule number one: I'm sticking to 1 ounce pieces, rounds or bars from well known private mints. Nothing exotic, nothing weirdly shaped, nothing that only resells on some tiny niche forum. 1 ounce pieces are extremely liquid. Dealers understand them, other stackers understand them, and they're easy to store, easy to count, and easy to sell if you ever need to. Rule number two: I am laser focused on low premiums from reputable sources. I'm not married to any one dealer. Before each purchase, I'll check a few big names. Rule number three: I'm completely ignoring collectible hype. No limited edition, colorized, whatever. No only 5,000 minted proof coins at double or triple metal price. Not as a beginner. So, for my first 3 months with a $200 budget, here's what it might look like. Month one: buy 1 or 2 ounces of low premium silver. Month two: the same thing, 1 or 2 ounces. Month three: again, 1 or 2 ounces. But here's what you actually have done: you've rewritten your monthly routine. You've proven to yourself that you can take a small slice of your income and consistently move it into something real. That discipline is the real asset you're building. The silver is the physical proof. Now, let's talk about gold. With gold at around $5,280 an ounce, that's a big purchase if you're broke. But this is where the gold to silver ratio comes back into the picture. At roughly 56 to 1, gold is actually relatively cheap compared to silver historically. So even though we're starting with silver for the habit and accessibility, I do want gold in the plan early. The way I do it is simple. After those first 2 or 3 months of pure silver, I'd start diverting a portion of my monthly budget toward a 10th ounce of gold. Right now, a 10th ounce gold coin is going to carry a premium. You're probably looking at $550 to $600 all in, depending on the coin and, of course, where you buy it. That means if you're at 200 a month, you can't grab one every 30 days, and that's okay. Here's one way to structure it: months 1 through 3, build the habit with silver, maybe 4 to 6 ounces total. Months 4 through 6, keep buying at least 1 ounce of silver per month, but start parking the rest of your monthly budget toward that 1/10 ounce gold coin. By the time you hit month 6 or 7, you should be close or ready to pull the trigger on that first piece of gold. By the end of the year, a very realistic, totally unsexy outcome might be 8 to 12 ounces of silver and 1 to 2 tenths of an ounce of gold. That is not YouTube flex material, but it is a real tangible base that you built while still paying your bills, still attacking bad debt, still building or maintaining a cash buffer, and not pretending that metals alone are your retirement plan. That's the point. We're building a position you can grow for the next decade, not a stack you panic sell the next time your transmission fails. After that first year, this is where most people either drift away or they quietly build something meaningful. The difference is not who called the bottom, the difference is who actually has the system. My system, if I were broke and starting now, would look like this. Number one, pick a monthly stacking dollar amount you can realistically sustain for years. If your income grows, you can always adjust it upward. But pick a number that does not blow up your budget every time you have a slightly more expensive month. Number two, commit to buying on a schedule, not based on feelings. The key is consistency. This is basic dollar cost averaging. When prices are higher, your fixed dollar amount buys fewer ounces. When prices drop, that same fixed amount buys more. Over time, your average cost per ounce smooths out. Number three, slowly build both sides, silver and gold. For example, you may decide that long term you want roughly a 70-30 split, 70% of your metal budget into silver and 30% into gold. You might not hit that exact ratio every month, especially with gold's bigger price tag, but you can aim for it over the course of a year. One month might be all silver. The next month, you might skip silver and add a 10th ounce of gold. Over time, it balances out. The reason I want both is simple. They behave differently over time, both in price and in how governments and markets treat them. Having exposure to both gives you more flexibility later. Now, once you've been doing this for 5, 7, 10 years, something really interesting happens. You stop thinking in terms of what's the price today, and you start thinking in terms of what's my position. Let's run some super simple illustrative math. I'm going to use more normal all in silver prices here, not necessarily the elevated spot we have today, just so the numbers are easy to see. If you average $200 a month into silver at an average all in costs of, say, $100 an ounce, that's around 24 ounces a year. Over 10 years, that's roughly 240 ounces. If you average $300 a month under similar assumptions, that's more like 36 ounces a year and 360 ounces over a decade. Add in a little gold, and even if it's just a tenth of an ounce here and there, after 10 years, you're talking about a stack that can actually move the needle in your net worth. This is also when the metal ratios start to become a tool instead of just trivia. In 5 or 10 years from now, the gold to silver ratio, if 5 or 10 years from now, the gold to silver ratio blows out to something like 80 or 90 to 1, way above its historical average, that's usually a sign that silver is cheap relative to gold. On the flip side, if the ratio crashes down into the 30s, that often means silver has had a big run compared to gold, and silver might be getting frothy. If you've built both a silver and a gold stack, you now have the option to do small ratio trades, shifting between metals when one gets relatively expensive versus the other. You're not adding any new fiat, you're just optimizing what you've already have. This is advanced stuff. You don't need to worry about it in year one, but if you stick with your system, it becomes another lever you can pull down the road. So let's bring this all the way back to where we started. If I were broke in 2026, here's exactly what I'd do. I'd sit down and get brutally honest about my monthly essentials. I'd build at least 1 month of essential expenses in plain old US dollars, so a flat tire doesn't wipe out my future stack. Then and only then I'd carve out a small, realistic monthly stacking budget, maybe 50, maybe 100, maybe $300, and start with low premium 1 ounce silver. After a few months of building that habit, I'd start saving towards small gold, probably 10th ounce. That's how you go from broke, stressed, and confused to quietly, steadily building real metal in the background of your life. If this gave you a clear, realistic roadmap for starting from zero, do me a favor and hit that like button so more young stackers in the US can actually find this, and subscribe if you want weekly precious metals updates, price reactions, and practical stacking strategies without the doom and hype. And I want to hear from you. If you're basically starting from nothing right now, what's your very first move this month? Cut an expense, build that first little chunk of emergency cash, or buy your very first ounce of silver? Drop it in the comments. I read as many as I can, and I'll shout out one of the best ones in an upcoming video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. All the glory goes to God, and may God bless you all. As you were, stack with purpose, turbo out.